Hello there. So today I just realised what a mess my hair looks. When in doubt, put your Mickey ears on. Still looks a mess, but at least it's messy with style. So the other day I was organising my art supplies and I came across a set of watercolours that I had purchased from Wish many months ago, and I just never gotten around to using it. And these watercolours are upside down apparently. I was particularly interested in these watercolours because they're by Winsor & Newton, and I'd never seen a watercolour set by Winsor & Newton that looked like this before. Most of the stuff on Wish is usually brands that you've not really heard of before, but when I come across gems like this, just like when I tried out the Copics that I found from Wish, you know, I've got to buy them to try them out to see how they work. Because I just so happen to have the Winsor & Newton Cotman set, which is from the official website. And I just thought, what a great idea to compare what I got from the official Winsor & Newton website to what I got on the Wish website. So yeah. Now just before we get into this painting video, I just want to mention that Skillshare is very kindly sponsoring this video today, and it's because of Skillshare that I'm able to buy supplies like this to try out in videos, so thank you Skillshare. If you don't know what Skillshare is, they have over 22,000 classes in art, design, photography, business, web design, all sorts. They're a fantastic website that I've used myself for years. I'm always taking new classes on there. Actually, very recently, I took a class by a man called Hardy Fowler. It was an art fundamentals class, which was it was an hour long, and it was really insightful to me because he covered a lot of stuff. Colour, value, inspiration, and it was very eye-opening to me. So I definitely utilised what I learned in this particular painting. And they very kindly supplied me with a link so that you can take unlimited classes for free for 2 months. I highly recommend it because you will find that you learn a lot. And also I am actually uploading a big, huge digital art class this weekend. So, you know, if you want to be the first to take it, definitely sign up. Now let's get started with the painting and compare how they work. Okay, so I have actually never ever seen Winsor & Newton watercolours come in a tube like this before. And I'm pretty certain that you cannot buy them here, but you know, I'm thinking perhaps that they have different products for different countries, so that is, you know, that's entirely possible for sure. Funnily enough, I actually had similar tubes from Wish last year, but they were acrylic paints and not watercolours, and they were actually pretty decent, so I did have quite high hopes for these. And I started off swatching out the Wish ones, and would you believe it? They were pigmented. And yes, I do plan on making t-shirts that say pigmented on them at some point in the future, but you know, just haven't done that yet. So the swatches were decent. I then decided to compare them to my Cotman set, and funnily enough, the colours are actually almost identical. The pigments of the Cotman set were probably, you know, a little bit better, but overall they looked very similar and they seem to apply the same as well. So here you can see me translating what the packaging says with the Google Translate app. To be honest, it's just, you know, any excuse to use this app because it's so cool. A little certificate says shelf life 5 years, and that's about it. The packaging says nothing really that I wasn't expecting. Basically, it says it has 12 highly pigmented watercolours, lasting light fastness, pure bright transparency. So it says that it's, you know, quite light fast, which is always a good thing. So I decided not to spend too much time on these pieces. I really wasn't in like the mood or the zone that day to really make this. But I remember when I was watching the class that Hardy said that it's important to kind of clear your workspace, clear your mind, and just get that little push you need to get started and not overwhelmed. So I did set aside 30 to 45 minutes per piece, so I didn't really pressure myself to make something like magnificently perfect. Not that I ever literally never do that anyway, but I just wanted to have more of a focus on getting the colours down than sort of stressing about how it was going to look in the end. And yeah, I decided the best way that I could really test out these colours was to make like an ocean and a sort of galaxy, because I love making both, and I thought that it would be fun to put a little orca in there as well, because I honestly think they're the cutest, most, oh my gosh, I love them. I think they're wonderful creatures. I read a story the other day that this mother orca pushed her baby for 17 days even though it had died because she didn't want to leave it. Like, oh, it's just the most adorable thing ever, and I think it's just so sweet how much they love their babies. So yeah, the orca in this piece didn't get quite as much love as the background, unfortunately, but it was a great way to see how pigmented the darker watercolours were, and as you can see, they were pretty decent. So now onto my Winsor & Newton Cotman set. So these were actually my first set of watercolours, and I really love them a lot. I don't actually use them all that much anymore because I've changed out my watercolours, but I always love them. I always, you know, have times where I come back to them. And I think what's perhaps more appealing about these is they do seem to last forever, whereas I feel that liquid watercolour doesn't necessarily last anywhere near as long. And I used the same types of colour in both pieces to make them similar as possible, although I will say that I am I'm quite annoyed that the background on the sky of this one isn't as good as the one on the Wish one. I actually much prefer the sky on the Wish piece, but I prefer the sea on the Cotman set. I feel like it applied better and it kind of looks better, but I don't know, maybe that's just me. But yeah, but colour payoff wise, it was pretty much exactly the same. I definitely think the Cotman set blended better. And again, the orca didn't get a lot of love in this piece because I was so focused on the background, but yeah, it's okay. I think really the only difference really would be that perhaps it would last longer, the Cotman set, without fading, like the light fastness. I feel that it probably wouldn't fade as quickly, the colour would stay more vibrant, and that's just a guess on my part, but I'm pretty sure that's probably what would happen. So yes, here they are side by side. Which one is your favourite? I would love to know. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Yes, I'm still wearing my Mickey ears because, you know, in all fairness, they are rose gold. If anyone's interested in seeing my actual step-by-step progress into making a galaxy, by the way, I actually did make a class on this on Skillshare several months ago, so make sure that you follow me there if you want to check it out. But yeah, Skillshare is an awesome website. I always recommend it to artists when they're trying to like learn new things, new artists. There's just so much on there that it's great. So yeah, make sure you check out the link. Let me know in the comments down below what your favourite Winsor & Newton product is, because I don't have very many and I want to try more. And let me know what your favourite animal is as well. Like, my favourite animal is like a grizzly bear, or just the bear family in general, but I love orcas as well. But yeah, I'm curious to know. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next video.